DeMaurice Smith, who is stepping down as the executive director of the National Football League Players Association, has written that the NFL's Rooney Rule that calls for minority candidates to interview for head coaching jobs is not working and needs to be dropped. Smith, who co-wrote an opinion piece for the Yale Law and Policy Review with Carl Lasker, contended that the National Football League and its member teams have failed to implement any policies, including the Rooney Rule, that are capable of effectuating sustainable racial and gender diversity in their coaching and executive ranks. Smith and Lasker opined that we believe that the evidence overwhelmingly demonstrates that the lack of diversity in the NFL coaching and executive ranks is not an accident, but rather the result of a deliberate or deliberately indifferent policy of control exerted by the NFL owners. Smith and Lasker pointed out that fewer than 20% of the NFL teams employ head coaches of color, while 55% of players identify themselves as black and 70% of the league's players identify themselves as racial minorities. Given those numbers, it makes no sense that less than 1/5 of the 32 franchises have minority head coaches. Smith and Lasker zeroed in on the NFL's accountability. When it comes to the issue of fair hiring, the NFL's non-accountability, special legislation, and profit structure perpetuate this no-consequence ecosystem to insulate owners from any outside influence for change. Smith and Lasker believe the NFL should immediately abandon its current hiring system and replace it with one that fairly evaluates talent, constrains team ownership from engaging in unlawful and/or meaningless check-the-box, deliberate, professional, and accountable system. Will NFL owners listen to Smith? Probably not, because if the league ain't broken, why fix it? I'm Evan Weiner.